My dear 11th class students, this is part 5 of same topic prepositions. This is the last video of this topic. In earlier videos, I talked about definitions of prepositions, what do we mean by prepositions, and then I talked about different types of prepositions, and I talked about different categories of prepositions and their uses and different rules. So now coming to the first slide. Uh, Rule number 1, we have words like inferior, superior, senior, junior. So whenever we have these words in a sentence, these words take preposition to. So you have to remember, whenever you have such words in a sentence, inferior, superior, senior, junior, words like this, so you use preposition to. For example, he is senior than me. As I told you, if we have such words in a sentence, such words take preposition to. So we do not say he is senior than me, rather we say he is senior to me. We say he is senior to me. Then we have rule number 2. We have words like prefer, preferable, preferred. So such words take preposition to. So if these words are used in a sentence, we have to use preposition to. For example, let's see this example. I prefer tea than coffee. As I already mentioned here, that whenever we use such words, prefer, preferable, preferred, in a sentence, we have to use preposition to. So we say, I prefer tea to coffee. We use this preposition to. So you have to remember these words take preposition to. And we often make mistake. We often say I prefer tea than coffee, I prefer this than that. So this is totally incorrect. Whenever we use such words, remember to use preposition to. Then we have rule number 3. We have words like consist and comprise. So just remember, whenever we are using such words in a sentence, for example, if we are using consist in a sentence, then it will take preposition of. And if we have a word comprise in a sentence, it does not take any preposition. For example, let's see, we often make mistake in such cases. Here is an example. The office comprises the office comprises of 20 employees. So it's incorrect, though while reading it seems to be correct, but it is incorrect. The office comprises 20 employees. We do not say the office comprises of 20 employees. This is incorrect. An error is here. As I already told you, whenever we have a word comprise in a sentence, it does not take any preposition. We say the office comprises 20 employees. We do not say the office comprises of 20 employees. So then we have this word consist. So whenever we have consist in a sentence, it takes preposition of. So comprise does not take any preposition and consist takes preposition of. For example, the exports consists of coffee, tea, and cocoa. So whenever we have this word consist in a sentence, we use preposition of. But if we have comprise in a sentence, we do not use any preposition, and we often make mistake. The office comprises of 20 employees is incorrect. We say the office comprises 20 employees. Then we have rule number 4. If verb is used after preposition, if verb is used after preposition, then it must be in a gerund form. It means just if we have a preposition in a sentence, here is a sentence. For example, we have this sentence and we have preposition somewhere and just after that is a verb. So the verb will be in ing form. For example, he insists on trying me. On is a preposition. Try here is verb. So we have to use ing form of verb. What do? We have to use ing form of verb. So we say he insists on trying again. On is a preposition and just after that we have this verb try. So we have to use ing form of verb here. He prevented me from drinking cold water. So similarly we have this preposition from and then drink is a verb. We have to use its ing form. So we say he prevented me from drinking cold water. So whenever a verb is just after the preposition, the verb must be in ing form. Then we have this word appeal. So basically appeal means to request. So appeal either takes preposition to or it takes for. So we have to see where does it take to and where it takes for. So to is used for person. For example, if you are appealing a person, so we use to. And if we are appealing for something, then we use for. So for example a pen is there and I'm going to appeal for that pen, means I'm requesting someone to give me that pen. So for pen I will be using for. I'm appealing for pen and that pen belongs to some other person and I am appealing to him actually. That means I'm appealing to a person. That means for persons we use to, and appealing referring to a thing we use for. So whenever appeal refers to the actual person we use to, and when it refers to thing we use this preposition for. For example, I appeal dash my manager dash a leave. So manager here is a person and dash a leave. Leave is a thing. So for a person we use to. I appeal to my manager dash a leave. Leave here is a thing. For what? I'm appealing him for what? I'm appealing for a thing, and that thing we are referring to whenever we are referring to a thing, whenever we are appealing for a thing for such, we use preposition for. Then we have I appeal dash a new bat dash my father. I appeal a new bat here is thing, referring to a thing. My father is a person, so for person we use to, and for thing we use for. So we say I appeal for a new bat to my father. Then we have rule number 6. So rule number 6 is regarding the use of this term blind. So blind takes either in or to. So we have to see where it takes preposition in and where it takes preposition to. So for example, he is blind in his one eye. So whenever we are using this word blind and we are actually talking about eyesight of that person, we are referring to the literal meaning of blind, then we have to use in. then it takes preposition in, referring to its literal meaning, talking about somebody's eyesight. So we use in. He is blind in his one eye. He is blind to his mistakes. So here we are not talking about eyesight, we are not talking about its literal meaning. He is blind to his mistakes means we are talking about somebody who's taking his mistakes for granted, or we are talking about nature of that person. So we are talking about that person's behavior, his nature of taking mistakes for granted. So for such cases, in such cases we use to. We do not mean the literal meaning of blind here. We are not referring to eyesight of that person, so we use to. Do not be blind in your child's mistake. So see here, in is used here. So as I already mentioned, if we are referring to literal meaning of blind, if we are talking about eyesight of any person, we use in. But here it is, don't be blind in your child's mistake. So we are talking about uh, anyone's parent who is taking their child's behavior, their mistakes for granted. We are talking about that person's behavior, nature, or so we use don't be blind in your child's mistake is totally incorrect. Don't be blind to your child's mistake, this is correct. Then we have rule number 7. Rule number 7 is about the word agree. It takes either with or to. So with is used for person and to is used for things. So whenever we are referring to a person, using agree in a sentence and referring to a person directly, we use with. But if we are referring to anything, then we use to. So for example, I agree with Ramesh. Ramesh is a person. I'm talking about a person. So I agree with Ramesh. It means I'm directly talking about a person. So for persons we use with. So I agree with Ramesh. I agree with his decision is totally incorrect, because decision is a thing, decision is something. About Ramesh means I'm not directly talking about Ramesh. I'm not referring to the person, I'm referring to his decision. Actually, I'm referring to a thing. So here we do not use with, rather we use I agree to his decision. To we use to whenever we are referring to something, to referring to things. So if we are mentioning any person directly, we use with. I agree with person, I will agree with ABC. But if I'm talking about anything for which I am agreeing, I will say I agree with his decision. I agree to his decision, because decision here is a thing. We are not talking about directly about that person. So in such cases we use to. Then we have rule number 8. Rule number 8 is about this word angry. So angry either takes with, at, for. So we use with like in agree. Similarly here, when we are referring to a person to whom I am angry, directly I am referring to a person, it takes preposition with. Referring to a thing, it takes preposition at, and mentioning any reason, it takes preposition for. So let's look here. I'm angry. I'm angry with my brother. So here my brother is a person. I'm directly talking, directly referring to my brother here. So whenever we are referring to a person, talking directly about that person, so we use with. I am angry with my brother. I am angry at his behavior. So behavior is something about my brother actually. So I am talking about something. So here we use at. When we are talking about a thing, we use at. I am angry with my brother, referring directly to brother, talking directly about any person. I am angry with my brother, and for anything I am angry at his behavior. Then I am angry with him, mentioning. I am mentioning here a reason. I am angry. He has done what? He has misbehaved with me. So I'm mentioning reason actually. So whenever we are mentioning a reason in a sentence, I'm angry with him for misbehaving with me. For, we have used this preposition for because we have mentioned reason here. So here we have this fill in the blank. She's angry. Him is a person, directly talking about a person. She is angry with him not coming on meeting. Not coming on time at meeting is a reason, so it will take for. She is angry. Person, we are referring to a person, him, so we say he is angry with him. Dash not coming on time at meeting is a reason why she's angry, because reason is mentioned here. Not coming on time at meeting, so reason is mentioned here. For we use for. So she is angry with him for not coming on time at meeting. Then we have this rule number 9. We have this word complain. So this word complain takes preposition to, against, for, of. So let's see. For example, I will try to give you a simple example here. For example, you are here, your mother is here, and your sister is here. For example, you are here, your mother is here, your sister is here. So you have some issues with your sister. You are having an argument with her, you are some issue, some quarrel, some fight on some issue. So an argument is going between you and your sister. Then you decide of going to your mother in order to complain against your sister. So what do? You are here, you are victim, and you are going to talk against your sister. So your sister will be victim here. Sorry, your sister here will be guilty. So you are victim and your sister is a guilty person. Your sister is a guilty person, and you are going to talk to your mother regarding this issue. Your mother here refers to authority. So, and you are going to talk about this, mentioning reason, going to talk about something. So this means this thing. So now look at the example. The complaint was made dash the manager. Manager here is authority. The complaint was made because where you are referring to an authority, it takes preposition to. You, the complaint was made to the manager. Rahul here is okay, fine. Let's read the other part of the sentence first. The complaint was made to the manager dash Rahul dash not making proper presentation. Reason is here. Whenever you have a reason, you use means you are talking about that issue you use of. So you will say the complaint was made to the manager dash Rahul. Not making proper presentation means reason, or you are discussing something, the actual issue of not making presentation dash clients. Clients here refers to victim actually. Then you will say for clients, and you and the complaint is filed against Rahul. So Rahul here is a guilty person. So for Rahul you will use against. You will use against. So you will say the complaint was made to the manager against Rahul for sorry uh, of not making proper presentation. For whom? Victims are clients. For clients, the complaint was made to the manager against Rahul of not making presentation for clients. I hope this much is clear to you. Thank you.